What's up, YouTube and RC groups? This is Sean, Stupid Monkey Byington, and guess what? I got more parts. Yes, I did. So anyway, what happened is I've been out flying the past couple days. I flew today and I flew yesterday, and I'm thinking my prop is pretty close to the ground. I mean, it's pretty much half of my tire height off the ground, which means it's only an inch. So what we're going to do is we are going to make or put new landing gear on here. What I did was I went down and I got these right here, Dubro 2 1/4 inch diameter tires. I'm going to have a spare. Am I going to mount it up here like a trophy truck? Probably not, but it sounds good. Anyway, we're gonna put those in. I got some 1/8 inch collars for the rear landing gear. I'm using 3/16 wire for the front landing gear, and it does not fit the rear. So instead of drilling out the 3/16, I went ahead and bought 1/8 inch. It might be too big. If it's not, if it is, I'll deal with it. If not, then we're good. You know. Anyhow, so. Here's how it works, and we're going to try to do this without any type of editing at all. So anyway, step one is bust out your Allen key here. Turn the prop up out of the way, and we are going to get nose gear loose. Okay, that's loose. Pull it off. Let's get nose gear out of the way. Okay, so nose gear's out of the way. You know what? I just dawned on me. We're not going to be able to do this in one shot, so I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of aluminum tubing and slipped it down inside the wheel so that I could close off the size diameter that it came stock as. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stick this into the nose gear, or onto the nose gear, like so, and then we're going to put our collar on her. Some of you guys are probably watching this video going, that is not the factory nose gear for Airfield Sky Trainer. You're absolutely right. It is not. It's the Dubro, I'm sorry, not Dupro, Dubro gear. And the reason why is Airfield Sky Trainer's gear is just, it's not good in my eyes. It breaks, it folds, any type of hard landing or anything like that, you got problems. So it's just better to just get rid of it, upgrade to the Dubro. Along with upgrading to the Dubro gear, definitely upgrade to Metal Gear servos on at least minimum your nose gear and your rudder. The only reason why I say nose gear and rudder is because that's what the servo controls. So, easy peasy, and we have no real play to speak of on the tire itself. And you still have a little bit of the normal give and go. So that's that. You know, I think actually I got to get in there and I got to take my wings back off and I got to straighten that wheel out now. But now look at the clearance I have. You know, we had 2 fingers before. we're clearing 2 fingers. Look at that. Woo! Alright, so that gives quite a bit more off the ground. Now as for the tail gear. Let's see here, where are we at? I want to be able to pull this thing forward and be able to still video, so we're going to put you guys right there. So anyway, on the tail gear, I've glued my skirts or wheel pants on, whatever you want to call them. We already went through this one, wheel pants, wheel skirts, 6 one, half dozen the other, who cares. We're going to take these off. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So that's gone, right? Right? No more landing gear. Same thing as before. Take this, landing gear, tubing cutter, tubing. Set the tubing instead of landing gear. Just like so. Where did my... I'm using the Allen key that tightens up the collars and marking this. Just, you know, you can use anything to mark this with. The closest, whatever you find that can get the closest to the hub as possible is probably what you want to use. So it's marked, time to cut it. Again, same step as before, open it up, slide the tube in. Going a little bit shy of that mark that you just made is definitely probably a good thing. I mean, this isn't going to be going 100 miles an hour down the road. This is just so that your plane can land, remember that. So being perfect being absolutely perfect isn't necessary, but it just looks good if you are closer to perfect. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and set this thing in here and go just a little bit past that mark and tighten her down. Actually, we'll probably go just in it just a little bit more. There we go. Tighten it down. Snug. You don't want to tighten it up too much because then you won't be able to turn the tube and you'll take the tube out around. So a couple turns around, tighten it up. A couple more turns around, snug it up. A couple more turns around, snug it up, and it's off. Okay, so now, again, axle tube, hub. Slide the axle tube into the hub, boom to boom, and perfect. So we're going to slide this right onto there, just like so. Make sure that your axle tube goes all the way on. It's supposed to go all the way on. It better go all the way on. There you go. Alright, so that's all the way on. Now we're going to take these 1/8 inch collars, open them up, oh, and as usual, pay attention to where your screws are at. I got 4 collars, 1, 2, 3 screws, oh, there's 4 screws, see? So, like I said, you know, it's easy to lose them. I dumped out the bag and there's 2 over here, there's 1 there, there's 1 still in the bag. Keep those grub screws. Alright, so we've established that. Take your collar. I normally put a grub screw on an Allen key It's just easier to hold this way. So you got the grub screw on the Allen key and introduce it to your collar. And we're going to put this right on there, just like so. So it's on there.